Hey, what's up? Pete Solving Nerd here. Today I'm gonna be starting a new series called Firefox Evolution, where we talk about pretty much all of the designs Firefox has ever had. So, Firefox did change designs quite a few times. First we got this, then we got the new redesign in Firefox 4, which I believe became Pale Moon. Then we got the design that called, I think it was Australis, which was what Firefox had for a really long time until it had another redesign with Firefox Quantum. So today we're going to be looking at Firefox 1.0, which is ancient, obviously. And we'll be comparing them. So let's start with the menu bar right here. Now you can enable the menu bar in normal Firefox by pressing Alt, and it's pretty similar. It's pretty much the same, actually. You can open in Firefox Quantum. You can open a new tab, new window, private window. You can open a file, save page as, email link, print preview, print, work offline, and quit. However, Firefox 1.0 doesn't have private windows. You would open a new tab through it. You could open a location, and yeah, other than that, it was pretty much the same, although page setup was different and import was different. Now, I'm not going to go through every menu in the menu bar, I'm just saying it's very similar. Another thing to look at is the nav bar. Now, on Firefox Quantum, we have our back and forward buttons, a refresh button, and a home button. Now, the refresh button turns into a stop button when a page is loading. However, in Firefox 1.0, the stop button was separate from the refresh button. Another thing is there is a go button, which seems completely useless because you can press enter and you don't have to click on go every single time. However, it is there if you would like it. And there is a search bar that supports Google, Yahoo, Amazon, Creative Commons, Dictionary.com, and eBay, and you can add more engines. Although pretty much every time I try to navigate to a site, I get one of these, so. Alright, so another feature of Firefox 1.0 is its bookmark bar. Now, you can get this in Quantum by going into Customize and then Bookmarks toolbar, and this will enable your bookmarks. Interestingly, Firefox 1.0 had this feature called Live Bookmarks, where it basically turned your bookmarks into an RSS feed. However, this was removed in, I believe, Firefox 64, which means you can no longer get them. Now, let's talk about tabs. Firefox 1 does not look like it supports tabs. However, if you go in the File and New tab, you can get tabs. So I'll just open another tab for Google.com. However, with Firefox Quantum, it shows tabs by default, and you can add a tab by hitting plus. If you'd like to close a tab in Firefox 1, you have to right-click it and close the tab. Another cool thing you can do with Firefox 1.0 is you can turn off the navigation and bookmark bars and then just use your file or your menu bar for navigating. As you can see here, come on, here we go. As you can see here, you cannot do the same thing with Firefox Quantum. Firefox 1.0 also had a status bar where it shows information about the page that's being loaded. So if I go to Google Images, for example, it says done, and if I open up a page that will be more complex, like my website, as you can see all the things it's connecting to in the status bar. However, Firefox Quantum moved this to be like a label on the bottom left. So yeah, it's gotten rid of the status bar and moved it to just be a label that pops up. Firefox 1.0 also had some developer options. It had page info, a DOM inspector, and a JavaScript console. However, Firefox Quantum has many more developer options. The downloads dialog was much simpler, as it was just blank, and all files were saved to the desktop. So if I were to download something, like let me find something to download. So if I were to download something and access the download manager with Ctrl-J, as you can see, it just lists the file and that's it. Very simple download manager. As in, if I go to normal Firefox, it lists the download, the size, where I got it from, and the time. However, the download dialog in Firefox Quantum is different, as it's not just a download dialog, but it also is what you use for your history, tags, and bookmarks. So this is what the library is. However, on Firefox 1, everything was separate. So my tools, or my downloads, are separate from my bookmarks area, And yeah. Another thing is instead of being a dialogue for history, it is in a sidebar. So that way, it's a little bit different in the way you view history. Now, the options are quite different, because in Firefox 1.0, it was a dialog box where you would change all your options, and sometimes even a series of a bunch of dialog boxes. However, in Firefox Quantum, you adjust all your settings using a browser tab. Now, let's try loading some web pages. I did get google.com rendered, however, it doesn't look very right. youtube.com refuses to load, and it actually made my browser unresponsive, and I had to actually restart Firefox. PizzaLovingNerd.com loads, however, it is really buggy the way it's rendered, and it's just titles and text, and you can't access the menu very well. And the buggiest site that actually loads that I've tried so far is Mozilla.org, which is kind of ironic because Firefox is made by Mozilla. So yeah, that's kind of funny right there. Overall, Firefox is a very interesting first public release of a browser. Sure, there were non-public releases before this, however, I'm not going to go over those because most people haven't experienced them. However, I might in a future video if the demand is high enough. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, subscribe, and feel free to donate using the support links in the description on my website.